Cool. All right, so we live from the Gazebo right now.
That's
Well, you know what I'm saying? The Gazebo is wherever we go, so that's pretty much where it's at. Our next guest, I want to welcome, you know what I'm saying, Genre to the building.
Niggas know just how I get down. I put some ice on the wrist now. Walking, I'm shutting this shit down. Take a look at the face on that bitch now. Swear I got a body so wet. I ain't gonna lie, man. Niggas might drown. I got the crown on my neck. Tell me what a nigga gonna say right.
First things first, man. I want to congratulate you on the show coming up April 17th. H-Mac, y'all gonna, you know what I'm saying, come through, headlining the show. You know what I'm saying? Tell that, you know what I'm saying?
First headliner. First headliner.
Nice.
This is only my fourth show. Yeah, fourth
show
only in 6 months. We got our first headliner. We got some of your local favorites too. It's about to be crazy. It's about to be a movie.
Absolutely, man. And so tell the people a little bit what that means to you. You know what I'm saying? Your first headline show. What's going to be special about this one? What are you going to make special about it?
I mean, I just feel like first and foremost, because it's my show, I have the creative authority on who comes on, who, how long they perform, and how the ticket sales. So I feel like it's about to be packed. It's only $5 tickets against April 17th. I got some of my favorites. I got Nikki the Jet. I got OG Savvy. I got Young Dev. I got my man Glowman. It's about to be a crazy one. I got Kizzle.
Nice.
I know everybody in here love Kizzle. So
absolutely, yeah.
We got a lot of people's champions. I usually only get 15-minute sets. I'm in the gym every day because I got this 30-minute set. It's about to be crazy. I'm about to really be able to get the people the genre experience, not the genre show or like the little showcase. We get to really display my talent and in every way possible that I wanted to.
Okay. So it's like instead of being a little preview, you feel like it's gonna be a full, I would say, representation of you as an artist. So.
It's gonna be dramatic. It's gonna be crazy.
Nice,
Don't bring your girl to this show, man. Don't do it.
Shit, y'all heard it here first, you know what I'm saying? What the people gonna expect from a show that, you know what I'm saying, genre sponsored or genre led? What can they expect from that?
Well, first of all, this first one, like I said, is cheap. So, you know what I'm saying, I just wanted everybody to come out just to recognize, to get their feet in the water to what they can expect from genre or a genre show in the future. So I mean, they dirt cheap. They $5. So if you're not there,
true.
Hey man, I could fry you up, but I ain't going to. Yeah, like I said, again, just that creative freedom. I picked a bunch of artists whom I listen to, not just because they have a name or X, Y, and Z. Like I like the guys that I picked, and
yeah, that means a lot when you can personally rock with somebody that's on the stage and you know him personally. It's sort of a different feeling than I just brought him in for the name or just for that attraction. So it means a little something when it's your friends, like it says, genre and friends. So
I'm not really into the whole forcing relationships, and I'm just not into that. So the energy there is going to be real. It's going to be real love. Everybody I put on, I really wanted to put on. I really wanted you to be out there.
That's good shit, man. That's good. And I think we need to have a lot more of that, man, where people are just willing to put on people that they enjoy and they're, that they really rock with. So
for sure.
It's good to see. It's good to see.
For sure.
So take us back to, the beginning a little bit. I know, you were pushed a little bit musically by some of your peers or by some of your other people, but we ever going to hear some of that notebook rap from the basement? You know what I'm saying? We going to hear some of that someday?
What you mean as far as me just like reading it on camera?
No, I meant like just like is it how coming from the beginning, are we ever going to get back to that, where it's that raw in the basement working in a pad and pencil, or is it always going to be sort of like a new progression where you're going to always sort of do something better? Are we ever going to come back to those days, where it's just back to the basics? Or
I think in this new album that I have coming up, I think I showcase a lot of elements from when I was just and it's funny because I'm still in the basement, so everything I've done in-house, and I don't really write on the pen and pad anymore, but I feel like there are still a lot of songs that give me, or they give the audience the chills, like, all right, he really took his pen serious. We got to take his pen serious, you know what I mean? I think, not to spoil the show too much, I think the second song I have on the set list is also the intro to my album, and I feel like if you really listen to what I'm saying, it kind of sounds like, back in high school when I was just talking shit, just to talk shit, just to be nitty and gritty and be on everybody's ass. And
just sort of going back to those roots.
Yeah, man. And at the same time, that progression is always still going to be there. I'm still, I started off the Just, and everybody knows who that is. That's the person you're referring to, the person that was in the basement with the pen, that was angry, that was trying to prove something to everybody. There's still elements of that, but there's also this new guy that's stepped up. His name is John Ray.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy with the melodies. He's the guy that can really do it all. He's like, he encompasses everything I've ever learned and I've ever been through,
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. It's sort of a full progression of an artist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It really represents that too.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So I want to talk about Get Down, and that song.
Niggas know just how I get down. I put some ice on the wrist now. Walking, I'm shutting this shit down. Take a look at the face on that bitch now.
I know it's just definitely one of my favorites to listen to, and
Sure.
just sort of take me through that process, or when you heard the beat or that first thing, like what was it, even going to shooting a video with Tanner, like how that whole process came together?
I mean, the song was
like, did you know it was gonna be a hit right away?
I don't go into none of these songs expecting to make an amateur song or an average song. To be honest with you, I was with Yag, my partner in crime. He with me everywhere I go, and I think we were going downtown. We were just we were just drinking. We were supposed to go downtown, and we kept saying, just throw one more beat on, with freestyle. He doesn't really rap, but we bounce ideas off of one another. And I heard that one, and I think that was the last one. I said, let me lay a little bit. And I did the diamonds on me so wet, I got niggas upset. And then
a little hum, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna come back to this a little bit later, you know what I'm saying? And the next day I woke up and I was fucked up. I was like,
didn't feel so hot.
Yeah, I was like, oh nah, that's one.
You remembered it though, yeah.
Yeah, and then I recorded, a hook and a verse and a hook, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm feeling this, because again, I have so many songs and none of them I make just saying, okay, this is average. So I was like, I don't know if this stacks up or not. And then I had another one of my friends come down. Shout out to him. Shout out to Malon. He I didn't even have the ending part. I'm trying to ball. I didn't even have that at first. I showed him that. He was like, yo, what are you doing? I'm mad at you. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, I don't fool with you having these songs and you not finishing them and releasing them. And I said, oh shit. So right then and there, because me and Tanner had already discussed shooting a video.
Okay.
And it was originally supposed to be for Back When. So everybody that's in the video, I was pushing on my content. I was like, yo, learn these lyrics to Back When. And then I show up to the shoot, and then we about to shoot. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like, yo, Tanner, we doing this song instead. He's like, all right, bet.
Oh, so wow, it was a last minute switch up.
Yeah. He was, he's, to this day, I think he'll tell you I stress him out. But I mean, it all comes out, the way it's supposed to.
Came out beautifully, and that shit was honestly amazing. Especially when you was rocking at the show with it too.
Yeah.
At HMAC, that shit was beautiful.
Which
man.
one are you talking about?
The last one, you know what I'm saying? The last one that you was,
Yeah.
Nice. It was honestly a great experience too.
For sure. Appreciate you.
So sort of take me through that process of performing live. Like, what's sort of the prep that you go through, or is like, what's the set list? Like, how do you decide that? Like, what's sort of based off of? What's that based off of?
I'm just a vibe.
Bitch, I'm a vibe, yeah. Tell me I lied.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm just a vibe, so I just kind of know what, like,
just feel it.
I know people. I'm a people's person, whether I want to be or not. I know what you're gonna think. I know what you want to see, because I've been sitting down and watching these guys. Like, I don't want to see this. Like, you're not doing nothing important, So I just try to make sure everything I do is lined up and is important. But in terms of the preparation, to be honest with you, there is no preparation besides deciding what song goes where. I just kind of get up and talk, because that's what I do.
Just let it flow organically, Just let it happen.
Yeah, I feel like you plan it too much. It's just the moment,
No, I think that's true, man. I think
it.
a lot of people might even take that preparation too far, where they get a little nervous, or they're a little too perfection with it, a little too they put too much perfection in it to where it's not too natural. It don't feel organic. So, and that's something that you can see. So, it's definitely good to see that, man, in your performances.
Yeah, for sure, man. And again, like, I'm just like, just a vibe, yo. I just go up there and do whatever. It just comes out. Like, how I'm talking to you is how I talk to them, how I talk to y'all. I talk to my mom, my professors. I just be talking, man. And it's work.
Yeah, and that's sort of a beautiful thing, where you can have that just art of understanding people, like you said, and understanding what they want to hear, and sort of taking note where you're like you said, you're at a show or you're listening to music and you're like, man, this ain't it. That's not what the people liking. So it's really doing your research and really being diligent in that way too. So
absolutely.
And that's just sort of speaks to your artistry too. So how your your ear dictates what you're gonna make too. So
yeah, a lot of artists, I find that they make the mistake of, like, the song, they make the song and then that's it. While I'm making the song, there's 1,000 things I'm thinking about: marketing, branding, dates, holidays that are coming up, how people will think about it at the shows. Like, these songs are not just songs to me. They're really like, when these celebrities say these are my children, I mean, they're not just songs for me. They're projects. Like, they're like they are a rollout to something, even if it doesn't roll out to a project. They are a rollout, So.
And that's sort of that's really beautiful to hear, honestly, because that's just sort of takes you seriously as not even just a musical artist, but you understanding people like in a marketing sense and a businessman sense too, and that's really where this shit is coming down to nowadays, where you got to understand not only the industry but the business, the marketing, the A&R, all how things play out with the industries. It's just a lot of things that you gotta. It's multifaceted, and it's only getting more complex. So
it's a good word, multifaceted. I like that.
It really is, though.
I'm still there. Act like you ain't say that shit. No cap. No. Multifaceted. You know what? What's going on here?
Straight up.
Go ahead.
All right. So tell me what you love the most and you hate the most about this game, making music.
Yeah, stop laughing.
Does he know the answer?
The most, bro?
Does he know the answer already or what?
It's 1,000 answers, man. What do I love the most? It's the people, man. Like I love and hate the people, but I not really hate the people, but I hate some of the stuff that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just that's anybody put in my position. I love it because just today I was out with my friends, went to Underdogs, we were eating. This girl said, "Yo, I want some tickets." I said, "How many?" She said, originally she was like, I needed 5. And that was, she was trying to buy them from me at HMAC during the first show.
Okay.
She's pulling up on me. She said, I need 15 tickets.
Mm.
Do that? What? What are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, moments like that tell me that she doesn't know who she's coming with, but she knows she's bringing 15 people, or 14 people rather,
Yeah.
So that confidence that, it's people from Paris, it's people from, Barcelona, it's a bunch of people, like, everywhere. Not just Harrisburg, not just Philadelphia. And it's like, how do y'all vibe with this guy that's just talking shit in the basement?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like I'm lying in any of my raps or anything, but I say things that are important. But like, I'm just talking shit in the basement half the time I'm drunk. Y'all rock with that? You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's that. But what do I hate? I mean, there's just a lot of jealousy and hatred that comes towards you when you're in a position that other people can't get in, or maybe that they could get in if you help them. Maybe you don't want to, or maybe you they think you can and you can't. I don't like the negativity that comes with it, but I accept it.
Yeah,
it fuels me, but I don't like how people get jealous or how people,
talk
misconstrue
shit.
Things. I don't care about talk shit. 'Cause, at the end of the day, I'll take your girl, but and if I don't, I'll send my friends to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. That's not the issue, But it's like. I'm dead ass. Look, I'm dead serious, but I don't know. There's just a whole lot of jealousy. I can tell you story on person that just don't make sense as to why they don't like me or why.
It really doesn't come with a purpose. Yeah.
It's manifestations of themselves. Their own issues, and I don't like that. But that's just life. So I love this thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love this thing.
So what's sort of like your I'd say your long-term goal with it, you know what I'm saying? Or not even long-term goal. Where do you see yourself in the long-term and the short-term, I guess? Whether it's in that next year or the next 10 years.
Oh, the city mine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the short-term? Take over the city?
Yeah, the city's mine. I love a lot of these other artists out here, right? Again, I love Nick, I love Glow, I love Kizzle, I love OG, I love, I don't know personally, Fawcett or Money. I don't know these people personally. I love their shit, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is a competitive natured, beast that we all tackle.
Mm-hmm.
So city's mine. A short term, long term. What I really want to do is, there's this thing that we're all a part of. Whether you're an artist or you're a producer or you're an engineer, you want to go big, and I want to be in a position where I can change the game, not in the sense of I say this and this is how it goes, but where I can say this sound over here is dope from this artist.
Mm-hmm.
Come here, let me put you in a position, and that just shift the whole game, right? So Wayne comes around, and he's not really rocking with Drake at first because he's singing, and then Drake says, and then Wayne says, okay, this is gonna be the next thing. Next thing you know, it's 1,000 rappers that sound like, that want to be like Drake or sound like Drake. I want to be the Wayne in that situation and say, okay, I did what I got to do. Where's the Nick? Where's the Drake?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the Tiger?
Putting together a team, yeah. I feel you, yeah.
And I want to build another Young Money. Lil Wayne is my favorite artist. So I want to build another Young Money and put producers in a position and put engineers in a position, build a team where it's, and everybody gets paid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's short term.
I like that.
I mean, that's long term.
Okay, so sort of build that conglomerate, that empire that builds with the musicians and builds with that, but branches out into something that literally it'll last on its own for the longest time.
I want to go to war with TDE and QC and not Young Money. I love Young Money, but I want to go to war with. Well, I mean, fucking Young Money. You know what I mean? Not in a sense where
everybody's on the table.
Yeah, no, I want. Oh, who's gonna stream more? Genre entertainment, whatever it would be at that point, or Young Money, or that's what I want.
Yeah. And competition brings out everybody, you know what I'm saying? That the best in everybody. So that's just the basic rule of business and marketing, man. You have free competition, everybody's gonna get better. It's gonna bring out the best product for everybody. So
for sure.
I like that mission, man. So sort of take me through your plan how you gonna make this year like your best year yet musically, or in the process to make it the best year possible.
The best year yet, man. I think I'm in school, right? I go to this is the year I graduate.
Okay.
So everything I've done is
man.
Thank you, appreciate you. Everything I've done is really at 25%. So if you think I'm applying pressure now, this is off not an entire paycheck, because I go to class and I record and do all this other stuff. But I mean, once I graduate, the money come in. I have much more time to record. Album on album, I can just keep creating singles on singles. If I choose to do features, a lot of y'all are very undeserving. Let me put that out there. A lot of y'all are very, very undeserving. Y'all can't really step in the ring with me. But just more shows, man, more branching, more networking. I got some power moves lined up, and I'm not selfish. So I a lot of these other artists, I'm low key behind the scenes, putting them in positions,
putting them on. Yeah.
Shout to Tanner, shout to Nick. They don't know what's about to happen, but I've put words in for them in places that they had no idea I had, and
that's a beautiful thing.
That
man.
They're going to see they're going to reap the benefit of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man, just great music, man. Great music. More. I'm gonna try to get more in touch with the fans. I'm not really into all Instagram and Twitter. I'm not into that. I'm a vibe in person, so. Probably figure out a little bit more how to interact with my supporters on Instagram and Twitter.
Social media management, step
that
up.
Man,
yeah,
just the basic stuff, man. Just going out, talking to people, meeting people.
I feel you, man. That's the same thing we try and do here. Just network, you know what I'm saying? Build a nice network of people that support each other, you know what I'm saying, and want to put on good music and good artistry. So
man.
That's all we really try and do. So tell me a little bit, I guess, talk a little bit about your mission with this music, what you want to do with it, and sort of how you want to let your music speak for itself, not only, but what you want to do beyond that and what you want to do with your music.
I mean, like I said earlier, I want to build that Young Money dynasty, but I think the beginning of your question, to answer that, my goal with the music, if we're talking like just pure artistry, is that what you're asking?
I guess so, yeah, just like sort of like your mission, like how you want the people to be, how you want to be remembered, and sort of like what you want to speak for you.
I wanted to say, man, that's a bad motherfucker, man. Because that's a bad motherfucker. No, I'm just playing. Well, no, I'm not playing. But what I try to do with the artistry, man, I try to make songs that you got to remember. Whether, if it was catchy or not, cool, whatever. But what he said was, and it sounded good. But what he said, a lot of, one consistent criticism that I love, that I get from my stuff is, I listen to your music for the lyrics. And I think that is, because I only really have 6 songs out.
Yeah.
And to my, personal opinion, they're on the lesser scale of, okay, genre was talking about something important.
Yeah, lyricism, yeah.
Yeah, like you're on the lesser side of the scale. So if y'all are listening to those lyrics and I'm being remembered for these things and I'm getting quoted for these things, so wait till you hear what comes next, man. It's drop a bomb. It's just,
It's going to be something to definitely tune into and to look out for.
Yeah, I don't go to be super flashy or to have the craziest edits or to, spend a couple $1,000s on a project for engineering. Nah, I go, none of that stuff matters, because when they like you and they like what you're saying and they like where you're going and everything is cohesive and it makes sense and you market it correctly, I mean, that's, yeah, man.
Sounds like a plan to me, honestly. Shit.
Hey, for real. I mean, if you look at all the artists that are really lasting out in the industry, their first projects that, popped off, they weren't really sonically that crazy. Look at Drake. The first album, or the first mixtape wasn't sonically crazy.
True.
Boogie, Roddy Ricch, they recorded in areas just like this, but what they were saying and how they presented it and they flowed, and they swag, that kind of carried them, and that's kind of the direction I'm leaning towards.
All right, I like that. Sort of transcend what you hear. It's not really everything that's not what it seems. You know what I'm saying? People think, this probably came from some beautiful studio. It's beautiful. No, man, it just came from the place where you feel at most comfortable.
The heart. The heart, period.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So tell the people, for the listeners, for your fans, supporters, tell them one thing they need to know. Tell them what they need to figure out.
April 17th. That's all I'm going to say. I have nothing else to say. April 17th, $5 tickets. Pull it with everybody you know. If you don't, you missed a part of Harrisburg history. I was just talking to this promoter, and he told me that the rap scene, has only been, rap shows and rap music has only really been a thing for the past 2-3 years, you know what I mean? So, what technically the Nicki the Jets and the Young Devs and the Swervo, whatever his name was, no disrespect to him, but I just don't know. Young Swerve and the Young Swerve and the Money Meech and the Young by definition, we are the pioneers of hip hop music for Harrisburg, and I think that I will be remembered for a very long time. If I stopped right now in my second, and I don't really want to say this right now, but in the intro, you already know. In the intro to my album, I think the second line was, "If I died now, there'd be no replacement." I don't think anybody would have ever come out and done what I've done, how I've done it, the way I've done it in this short amount of time. So I forget the question. I'm ranting, but April 17th. That's all I gotta say for the fans.
That's all I needed to know. I just you tell the fans where they need to find you. Tell them where they can link you at. Tell them where they need to find you at.
Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, YouTube, all these other apps that I didn't know existed until 6 months ago. You can go find me on all of those. If you type in genre, I am a double PC. I'm a pretty piece of chocolate. I am the first thing that pops up on Apple Music. I'm the first thing that pops up on YouTube, I believe. If you type me in on Instagram, it's genre raps. If you type me in on Twitter, it's genre tweets. Do not let your girl follow me.
All the links is gonna be in the description. Everything you gonna find that below too. We gonna make sure they can find you.
Go follow th.media. That's my cameraman. He's dope. Go book him. I just got him a whole gig. He doesn't even know what's about to happen. Follow Icewater Chase. Follow underscore MESON.
Underscore MESON.
Yes, sir. Live from the Gazebo. Follow all that. Do what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
Follow my boy JAJU.
Follow him.
JAJUAN on Instagram. You will find him. Do not let your girl follow him. That is a bad life decision. It is what it is. I'm telling you, April 17th, that's all I got to say.
There it is, man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
anything else, man, that people need to know about you, let them know.
Expect what's coming.
You heard it here first, man. We live from the Gazebo, man. Genre, thank you, bro.
Yes, sir, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much, man.
Wait.
Oh.
I'm too wavy right now. If I die now, there'll be no replacement. I got the city jumping out the fucking basement. Niggas say know me and it feel amazing. And I'm from the city where the weather's always changing. They tell me I'm the greatest, and I say amen. So when they send them shots, where they be aiming, my grandma say a prayer for me. I said amen. Now I'm done.
That was beautiful. We live from the Gazebo.
Genre.
Gazebo.